That. Cool. All right, ladies and gents. Thank you guys for joining. We gotta hop right into it. As you guys remember last time, you guys started off in the town of Rhymehorn, the little town known for its livestock and its crops and all that kind of stuff, getting ready for a festival coming up. When you guys happen to come across the job board posting and posting around the town of a missing merchant and missing supplies that has happened, seems to be happening for quite some time. At least in the last few weeks, getting ready for this festival, there is a lot of missing wagons, and you guys went in search for these wagons and come upon a house where you guys end up going downstairs into the cavern where you guys mysteriously black out and awake. And upon awaking, you guys see a bunch of figures rising up from the ground. And yeah, this is where we left off. And we actually have to start it off with everybody rolling initiative. So everyone roll a d20.
Plus your initiative.
Plus your initiative.
Where do I find that?
Should be on the
character sheet.
Yep. Should be like towards the top
okay.
there.
So +7 lit.
Plus 7?
Or not +7, sorry, 7 total. Plus 37.
Welcome, Maddie.
Math.
Okay. I was like, geez, that's a great initiative for the beginning.
Right. And make sure everybody's down.
20 plus 1.
20 plus 1. Okay.
I didn't realize I can put the initiative bonus in when I rolled, so it's actually 20 for me.
Fine.
So Tan
Yeah.
we rolled a 4. Titan, you rolled a 19. Ophelia, 15. Quantum with a nat 20. And then all of my goblins and zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. All right. So, as you guys awake, get these dice out. There we go. Okay. As you guys awake, you guys see all of these figures rising up from the ground. You guys notice that these people are deteriorating and not alive. The figure at the table drives the dagger into the being which is held down on the table, and as you see that, he raises his arms and disappears as these figures start to walk towards you. Quantum, it is your first turn. You have a movement of, I believe, 30. And then you have your attack and you have a bonus action.
What does that mean?
So you can move up to 30. So if you guys also look at the top left, you can change it to matte background and kind of see, and you can also, when you move, it does say the distance that you move. So you have up to 30 movement. You have one attack, which you'll attack with your main weapon or your fist if you wish.
Oh, I can't remember what my weapon is. Hold on.
D&D Beyond. That is D&D Beyond, not D&D.
I have.
Commands. You.
Oh,
should have chosen like some sort of sword or knife, crossbow, something like that. Which it doesn't look like you.
Yeah, I
one.
have a hand crossbow.
Okay, is that what? So you can use a crossbow. You can use, or if you have any other weapons, which it doesn't look like.
Can I? Oh, I'm gonna run up to this zombie right here,
Okay, go ahead and click and drag your person. Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot him right in the dome with my hand crossbow. Ha!
Okay, so roll a d20.
Just one.
Yep.
5?
That is definitely cocked. I didn't know a virtual dice could get cocked, but okay.
Yeah, super weird.
Also, plus your modifier. It should be
Yeah.
next to your weapon.
What the hit DC is, you're supposed to add that when you attack? Oh my god.
Yep.
This entire time in my other campaign, I have not been doing that at all. I've just been rolling a normal 20, and then it just that's my hit.
Yeah, you add your
Wait.
DC.
I should be adding like +6 on my other character. Oh my god.
Let me get the weapons up here.
No.
Because you didn't
I don't-
put
I don't-
a hand crossbow on the thing.
Are you D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I'm on it, but it
He didn't put his weapons in his thing.
75.
Okay, so you're gonna want
What?
So if you go to
hand
your
crossbow. So you're gonna
Huh?
roll 1d6. All right, your weapon. Did you hit? I don't think you hit.
so real quick, go to your equipment tab
Yeah. Yes.
and click on any armor and weapons that you have that you're wearing.
Oh, okay. I see now. Okay.
There you go.
Then go to your actions, and then it'll be in your action list.
Yeah, he didn't put his weapons in his action list.
Oh, yeah. It's not in my action list. Wait, what do I have to do?
So you have your 5 plus I believe your 3.
So you're gonna go to your equipment, and then like in your equipment you should have like a sword or your hand crossbow, for example, and there's gonna be a
Yeah.
little box next to it. You're gonna want to click it,
He
and
doesn't
that'll
even have it in
equip
there.
that.
When I click it, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, just roll a d6.
Okay. Frick.
4.
Womp womp.
All right. Okay.
Now, if you don't have it in there, you can click on Manage Equipment and type in whatever you're supposed to have on you.
Okay. And then who's next? That would be Zambi here. So we can move to here and attack Quantum. Quantum, what's your AC? Oh, I have you right here. 11. That's gonna hit.
Is that with armor?
That's just
It
the
should
armor.
be. Yeah. He's a blood hunter, so he's got light armor. Alright, so 1d6 plus 1. And Quantum, you're gonna take, oops, 4 damage.
Ouch.
And then I believe I have another zombie, which is this one. So you go.
Why can I not? Can I not do anything in this fucking D&D Beyond shit?
I'm unsure.
Are you clicking damage and then?
Yeah,
Or
and like the box highlights, but it's not.
yeah. So if you type in 4 and then click, and it takes it away like that, right?
It's not doing it.
So put the number in there first. So the box
Hold on.
between heal and damage. Type in 4.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. I
Yeah.
did it.
I mean, I did.
I had to refresh it.
Okay.
So
All right. And I believe it is Titan's turn.
Wait, did I kill that zombie?
No, he is hurting. He is very hurting. You kind of like when you shoot him in the with the crossbow, you see it kind of like hit the head of the zombie. You kind of like knocks his head back and slowly brings it back up. And then
Yeah.
Titan, it is your turn.
Righty. So, oh wait. Okay, no, I thought my mic was needed for a minute. So let me.
You should have 30 movement.
I think I'm about 20. Yeah, 20 away. Okay.
And you want to move in front. You don't want to move on top.
Right.
So quadruplically there.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Okay, you're good.
So if I'm right here, right?
Yep.
I'm still only 5 feet diagonal away from this guy, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're 5 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna move. Oh wait, I have the wrong thing. I'm gonna move right there,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack the weak one to start with my fist, with my unarmed strike fist.
Fist of Fury.
Oh right, I don't need to actually use my dice now. And then let me get my little thing. So with unarmed, it's +3 to hit. Okay. So 16.
16, that is definitely a hit.
All right. So now we do D4 + 1. That is 3 damage to that
Nice.
one. And then I assume he's still alive, right?
So, are you slashing or stabbing?
I'm punching him with my fists.
Oh, you're punching. Okay.
I am all punch boy.
So as you come around with your fist and you just clock the zombie, you see the head kind of spin and snap. His head's kind of stuck sideways now, and he kind of like, I guess like kind of stumbles to the side and catches himself and bumps into the zombie, knocking this guy over here.
God damn.
He stumbles over here, and he's still kicking. He is very, very hurt. He is
Well, while
barely
he
keeping his
is-
balance.
While he's all dazed, I'm gonna use my bonus action
Okay.
because as long as I attack with unarmed strike, I can attack again.
Gotta love monks.
Honestly, I've never played a monk, and I don't think any other character that I know of can just do 2 attacks on the first turn. Actually, barbarians probably can, right, if they're rage.
Yeah, because they have
You
rage.
can use a bonus action to attack, but
Alright, so d20 + 3, so 17.
That's a hit.
And then another 3.
3.
I gave him a right, now I'm giving him a left.
this one right here, right?
Yeah, this guy. Yep.
So as you come in next to Quantum, you freaking clock him once with your right hand, and you take the left hand, and you just knock his head, and it spins and just cracks off, and it just falls off to the ground, and he falls to his knees and stays down.
Wow.
And then we have Ophelia.
I didn't notice this dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't notice that one either. He
There's
blends in real
one
well.
right here.
Oh, there's also one right there. Shoot.
Oh fuck.
Oops.
All right.
Fuck is that thing on the table?
It's a dead lizard.
Oh.
Give me just 1 second to look at the spell.
Yep. Wait, you're a bard. You're weird.
I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
This guy over here. And I'm going to cast the spell. Where the fuck did my spells go? Spells. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Thunderwave
Constitution.
is...
Constitution 14 saving.
Is that 15 feet,
wait.
right? Or is that 5 feet?
15 foot cube. So I'm going to be hitting this one and this one.
You said 14?
DC 14 Constitution.
And both of those fail.
So that's going to be 2d8 thunder damage, and they get pushed 10 feet from me on it
Damn.
as well. Two D8.
You want to do it twice. Do this guy first.
So that's 9 on the first,
Okay.
and 5 on the second.
Alright.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Tenwin, which is that creature gains a bardic inspiration of D6 once within 10 minutes. When the creature rolls a die, they can add a D6 to it as well.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay. And so...
And that'll be the end of my turn.
End of your turn. So we have 18, so 13. This guy. 1, 10, 15, 20. 2, 3. Okay. And this is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So this guy right here on the left, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't allow me to like click. Okay. So this guy over here on the left of Titan is going to take a swing. He's going to stumble on up and then take a swing at Titan.
Now, I get an opportunity attack. Is that only when he walks by me, or is that...
If they walk out of your range.
Correct.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay.
Which, what's your armor class?
13.
Does not hit. So he goes and
And
like,
I'm
as he
not wearing armor.
stumbles, he just like tries to swipe from when the guy knocked into him last round, and he just kind of like misses you. Almost completely, like his fingernails touch you, but that's about it.
Nerd.
Gross.
And this guy right here, that is to the next to Quantum, is going to head and try to swing on him and miss as well. He's going to stumble on up and try to do like this stumbling strike, and he kind of like he goes in and just he touches the shoulder of Quantum, but it kind of just like doesn't do anything, just like kind of pushes Quantum's shoulder a little bit.
I forgot to ask on my turn, but how does Quantum look right now? Health-wise.
9.
Yeah, 9 13. So he looks. He took some damage. He's not close to death, but he is
Okay.
he's hurting a little bit.
Okay.
And then this guy right here is going to stumble over here and swipe at Tanwen. And what's your armor class?
I don't know.
Should be the little shield in the top middle corner, or middle of the screen. Top middle corner.
13.
13.
Yeah.
And this does not hit. This zombie also comes up and goes to swipe you at you, and as he swipes, his arm actually just like falls off. Like this zombie in particular is rotted beyond rot. And then this guy over here next to the wall will turn and come after Ophelia, seeing that his friends and what friends he knows just got blown away. And we'll take a swipe. And what's your armor class?
14.
14? That will not hit. He will go and take a swipe with his, like, whatever he has in his hand. It looks like it's like a rotted arm that may have fallen off from one of his other comrades, and he takes it and it just kind of like goes right in front and just like goes to the ground. There's no actual force going forward. It just kind of falls in front of him, like his arm didn't know what to do. This is some great rolling. And now it is Tanwen's turn.
Yay! Okay. So I'm gonna take out my dagger.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll to hit.
That will hit.
Fuck that boy up.
That will definitely hit.
So 1d4 plus 3. Oh, where'd it go?
You can see it on the side. You got 4 damage.
Oh, right. Okay.
Alright, 4 damage.
I'm hoping that's the one that I hurt more.
I think it is.
So you see this zombie that comes coming after you. He's already hurt from Ophelia's the thunder attack there. It's a little staggered, and it takes the dagger and it kind of stops and just kind of stares at you, and it's emotionless, obviously because it's undead, but it doesn't know what to do. It's almost stopped in its tracks. Not dead, but it is clearly unaware what to do next.
Stupid zombie.
And then I believe... I don't know if you have anything for your bonus attack.
This thing says like 2-weapon fighting.
I believe
I
that
don't know
was...
if I can use that.
You can dual
You
wield.
have 2 smaller weapons.
I have 2 daggers.
So yeah, you can stab with your next dagger, but you'll get the plus to hit, but you won't get it to damage.
Correct.
So I would roll my d20 plus 5,
plus
and then I would just
5.
roll 1 regular 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha, okay. So...
That'll hit.
I also have 2 weapon fighting.
You can just do it and get the plus to everything because you're a monk.
Right. Well, that's part of my unarmed strike thing.
Is he dead yet?
Is it dead yet?
Early game monks are real strong.
Yeah.
I'm
So
surprised your AC isn't higher.
I don't have armor.
Yeah.
They
Do I
get
chop its head
Oh.
off?
you're not wearing armor.
I'm not wearing armor at all. Like, I choose not to because I get bonuses if I don't.
Yeah,
True.
that's why I'm surprised yours isn't higher.
So as you go to swipe with the first blade, you go around to cut with the second blade, and it just cuts right through the chest, and it just seems like the chest kind of opens up, and the top half of it just kind of keels over, and it falls to the ground, and stays down. Yoink. And next we have the top fourth quantum.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have produce flame, right?
Correct.
And I also have a whip. Can I produce flame on the whip while it's in my hand?
How does produce flame work?
It
Because it might be just your hands.
says a flickering flame appears in your hand.
I'm so glad.
I guess
like,
I guess
all
it's
the-
just light. Oh no. You can also attack with the flame, although doing so ends the spell. When you cast a spell or as an action on a later turn, you can hurl the flame at a creature within 30
Yeah.
feet of you.
So you can throw the flame at someone.
But I can't like do some Ghost Rider shit and just make a flame whip.
I mean, you could. It's gonna burn up.
It says that it doesn't harm equipment.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Just
Dude,
because it's
just
cool.
like-
Just
Yeah.
because it's cool.
I've been sitting here this whole time trying to figure it out.
So, would you want to set that as like that is an action in itself if he wants to set his whip on
Yeah.
fire?
So that would,
Flame whip?
yeah. So you would like ready it, because you have to sit there and take your whip out and then light it. Which casting it's going to be one thing, and then using essentially your bonus action to do it to the whip would take up your action and bonus action.
Okay.
Because you already had another weapon out, so you're then switching your weapons and then try to light it on fire. Or you can
So-
just catch them on fire.
I'll pull out my whip and I hold it in both hands and then drag it through one hand, and as I do, catches on fire.
Okay. I like it. I hope it does work next turn, though. Alright, is that all you're doing this turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Titan, you were next.
Yeah. So I turn and I look at this boyo, although I'm actually going to move up 5 feet and turn to my left.
Okay.
Shit, I should have moved. Damn it.
And just start punching again.
Roll it.
Alright, +3 for hit.
That's gonna hit.
Cool. And 1. So that's 4 damage. And then, because I'm assuming that definitely doesn't hurt him because he's only taken 4 damage.
Yeah, you're gonna clock him, and he's just gonna kind of stand there like a wall and just stare at you.
It's fair. I'm gonna hit him again with my bonus action.
That will also hurt him.
Ah, yeah.
Hit him.
Oh, it's gonna hurt him. Uh-oh.
Just wait till you can have 4 attacks.
4.
Oh, and a whopping
Oh, yeah.
max damage of 5. With the freaking uppercut.
So you just kind of you almost sidestep in front of him. You clock him with your left hand and just uppercut with the right hand, knocking his head back, and he kind of like stumbles back into this wall.
Love being a monk. And I haven't done anything yet.
And the impact from the wall will also
Ooh.
do
I
a
s-
walk
I
into
heard-
one.
I heard, Austin, that once I get to a higher level, apparently monks get the ability to like catch missiles out of the air.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Not even a high level. It's like level 4. You can do that. Something like that.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
So if somebody shoots a crossbow or a bow at you, you have a chance to catch it, and you have a chance to throw it back at them.
So
Yeah,
dumb.
it's crazy.
I love it.
All right. Anything else?
So I'm still looking at him, obviously, and I just open up my warforged mouth and just let out like an alarm cry at it for good measure.
Siren head.
I'm in war mode right now, so I'm just bloodlust right now. That's all I'm about.
All right. And I think. Were those my two? Okay, this guy right here. This guy in the green shirt is. Oh, I did it. Is going to then see you just knock on this guy with a 1-2 punch uppercut cut and just come over and try to swing on you. Mother of pearl. What's your AC again?
14.
14?
Sorry, 13.
13? Does not hit.
14's
He
my
goes.
health.
He kind of like sees Quantum's fiery whip and just kind of like glares over, walks over, and is kind of distracted by the fire whip. It just goes to swipe at you, but completely misses and is just staring at Quantum now. And then I'm gonna burn that bitch. Ophelia.
Well, I guess there's one right in front of me, so I should probably do something about that.
And you could run away.
So can I do an action and then a cantrip? Wait, hold on. Spells. It's not a bonus action, never mind.
So some spells you can do as bonus actions, some you cannot.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to stab this with my rapier.
Okay.
Ugh, a 10.
10.
Damn, you get +5 to hit already.
That does hit.
My dex is high. Oh my god, it hits?
Yeah. They're dumb
I'll do
zombies.
+4.
There's not much to them.
Of course, I'm using all my high rolls on stupid level 1 zombies.
There's going to be plenty of rolls later.
That's
Oh yes.
true.
5 damage to him.
5 damage. And he says with a rapier, right?
Yeah.
So you take your rapier out and just you stab right through the zombie, and he kind of just stands there and just stares at you and kind of looks down. And he kind of just stares at you for a second and kind of like turns his head at you while opening his mouth.
You. Stinky. And I'm going to look over at... I don't remember Quantum's character's name.
Wildfire.
Well, I'll look over at Wildfire, and I'll point at him, and I'll be like, hey, you! Do good this turn. And I'll give him Bardic Inspiration.
Alright.
So on your turn, if you want, you can roll a D6 before you know the result if it hits or misses.
On a skill check.
Before.
Ability check. Ability check.
Any
Okay.
sort of ability check, so like an attack or a saving throw,
Well,
within the next 10 minutes.
I'll definitely use it.
Which is like 600 turns or something like that. Because each round is 6 seconds.
Yeah, you have plenty of time to use that.
Yeah. Same with I think we forgot to do it on Tanwen's turn, but
Oh yeah. Well, there's like 1,000 turns.
She hit both times,
Yeah.
so
yeah, that point would have done much. But all right. Is that the end of your turn, Ophelia?
Yeah.
Okay. This goblin
Like,
right
even
here.
all the zombies rolled a better initiative than I did.
It happens.
Ugh.
Yeah, you did roll the worst initiative. This guy right here is going to shoot at Tanwen. And not hit. You see him cock back this little like zombie goblin thing cocks back his crossbow. You see him pull it up, but right when he's about to shoot, he kind of just shoots up in the air and like kind of falls back a little bit. and the arrow just completely misses by like 15, 20 feet. And then this dude right here is going to also shoot at you. And your armor class is 13. I believe that does hit. That will hit. And you will receive 5 damage.
Well, that's not good.
Alright. So you guys see this other goblin, this guy right here, cocks his crossbow and is a little bit more accurate and is able to hit one right into the calf of Tanwen. And it's they're crude arrows, so they don't go in nicely. And then I think we have no, we're going top now. Okay, Quantum, it is now your turn. So we're back on top.
Okay.
Pretty sure I'm missing
So I have to roll that d6 before anything, right?
Wait, did you skip my turn?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah,
Tanwen,
you
your
did.
turn.
Wow.
You're just
I knew I
gonna-
was missing someone.
yeah,
I thought I was
stab
just
her
a
with an
zombie.
arrow and then skip right over.
Yep,
Alright. So this is the guy that hit me, right?
correct.
Oh, he's gonna get fucked up.
Fuck him up.
Alright. So I want to use my breath weapon. But what does it mean for hit? It says like 12 dexterity.
I believe it says 12 plus dex, correct?
For what?
For my hit, under my breath weapon, it says 12 and then it says dexterity underneath it, so...
So it's a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. So the DM has to roll to see if it
Yeah.
hits or not.
Can I add my, like, d6 roll to this?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's nothing that for you to actually roll. It's just me rolling to defend against it.
Okay, roll.
I'll leave it up to the DM's discretion if you can use that bardic inspiration to lower it by a d6.
I'll let you roll a d6 times half rolled up.
What the hell does that mean?
So roll a d6.
Okay. Trash.
So what? So it's going to lower it to 11. And with a shitty goblin, that does not pass. So the goblin takes this entire... You just see this blue lightning come out and strike the goblin, dealing... You want to roll 2d6 damage. Because I failed that. So he's...
Oh,
Trash.
Oof.
Just tickled them.
that is so unfortunate.
You see this like little... You see this giant shock of lightning come out of the mouth of Tanwen, and then it just... The goblin kind of just endures it, and it doesn't look like it took much damage. It's definitely hurt. It's a little ecstatic. However, it's still kicking.
It's like I tased it.
Yeah, you literally just tased it. Not even. It's like it held on to both sides of a battery.
I can't move at this point, can I?
No, you can still move.
Okay.
So for new players, so you can move before, after, between bonus actions. There's no specific spot for moving action or bonus action in order. You can do it in any order you want.
Yeah, on your
Okay.
turn, you can move whatever.
So...
But like
then
if you move 20 and then do an action, you can only move 10 afterwards. You can't move like 30 action and then 30 again.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna run up to him after that and use my bonus action with the 2 daggers. So I have to do the hit again, right?
Yep.
20.
How is a virtual dice getting cocked? What is this? All right, and then you're gonna want to roll your D4 plus 3.
Haha.
7.
Oh wait, don't I roll 2 because it's 2 knives?
So you would roll 1, and we'll see what the damage is. And if you want to roll the second one, you can go ahead and do that now.
Okay.
Okay. So you shock this goblin, and it looks like it's still standing. You then run up and just with 2 slashes of the daggers, you cut the goblin down, and it falls and stays down.
Nice.
You can go away. There you go. Now, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's Quantum's turn.
Okay. I have a plan, but I don't know if it's allowed, and I don't know how to describe it.
Well, try to, and I can help you walk through it.
So, I'm gonna
Real quick.
sidestep. What?
I'll just let you know, if you move here, you will have advantage on your attack on this guy,
Correct.
because that's considered flanking. If you're directly across from someone, but you would take an opportunity attack from this guy.
Yeah.
Well, my idea is that I whip this guy here. I don't even know
Hold.
how to do this.
Hold click, yeah.
Oh, okay. That guy. I hit that guy on the backswing as I'm going to whip this guy. So can I damage them both?
That would take your action and your bonus action. And your
Right.
bonus action wouldn't get the +2 damage. But you can.
So
So you want to roll a d20 for each if you want to do that, and then your damage for each. But your damage for this guy,
mhm.
because this guy's gonna be the initial hit at that point. This guy would not get a plus to the damage.
Okay. And then what about the bardic inspiration?
Yeah,
Right.
that would work on the
You
d20.
can decide which one you want to use that on, technically.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's going to be before he tells if it hits or not.
So you roll it before the d20.
Okay.
So roll the d20 and then decide if you want to use it, and then roll the second d20 and see if you want to use it.
Okay.
And that's plus whatever your whip would be. So I would probably keep that one.
Yeah, take the whips 3.
Should be.
Shit. 4. The whip is 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's a 15 to hit. So I'd probably keep that one, just to be safer.
Okay. So do I? So
One other
this one
D20.
right here got hit, right?
Yep. So you want to roll your damage.
Is that a wait? What is that a? What dice is that?
I'm not sure with whips.
I think the whip's a D4 plus whatever the modifier is.
D4, D6.
Whip is a d4.
Oh, it is. Okay, I see it now.
Wait, Oh, they rolled. They rolled.
He
it.
rolled it
Oh.
twice.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll it twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna take the 1 because that was the initial one,
Yeah,
Yeah.
do the one.
and then you will
Plus his
roll.
modifier.
Oh yeah, what's the modifier?
I would think it would be Dex.
Yeah, so let me. What's your dex mod?
+1.
+1. Okay, so 2. And that is okay. And then roll your. I'm assuming you're going to use the d6 on this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll your d6 and then your d20. So 5 plus your d20.
Bitch, that is totally an 11.
You do still hit.
Really?
Again, there's zombies. There's not much to them.
Oh, man.
They are dumb, undead people with no armor.
This is fair.
2 plus 1, so 3.
Should I have added the flame damage to those?
Yes, which I believe.
I would say the first one, because it says once you attack, it does go away.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Okay. So the
roll a
first
D8.
one would have been +3.
plus 3 more.
So what was that? 5 plus 3? Or
So it'd be 5 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 2 for that guy. And then I run over here.
Okay.
Away from them.
So
So,
if you move, you take opportunity attacks from
correct.
both of them.
So where his attack, you guys see Quantum whips the guy behind him on the backswing, and whips the guy in front of him. The guy in the back just takes the whip, and you just see it rip through his torso as he falls. Again, staying down.
rolling some bad resurrection roll.
Oh my god, it's. Oh,
That's good for us. Don't complain.
Sometimes I feel bad for the DM and I don't know why.
and then this guy right there will make an opportunity attack on Quantum with his armor class of
11.
11. That does hit.
Boy.
I
Apparently,
feel like 11 is low,
the only thing.
but I'll look into that later with you.
Yeah,
you want.
we'll definitely look into that. On the break, I'll look into it because that definitely seems a little low.
I know I have 14 and I'm not wearing armor.
I have
Whatever.
14 and I am wearing armor, and I'm squishy.
You only suffer 1 damage.
Jeez.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Quantum might not die in the first fight.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. And then the next one will go to the Titan.
How far away is that's 10 feet? Okay.
So if you had a reach weapon of some sort or a ranged weapon, which you don't believe you do.
Well, I technically do, but it's not considered a monk weapon, which kind of sucks. 'Cause I kind of thought it was when I picked it, but it isn't. But that's okay because I'ma just smack this goblin with my fists again.
Okay.
Goblin zombie.
These ones are real zombies. This is the only goblin zombie alive left. This guy right here.
That's
Oh, okay.
he gone after this. Tell you that much. Roll that. Oh, let's go. 22 to hit.
And your damage?
It's probably gonna be like 1. 3 for the first attack.
All right. Roll your. Are you attacking again?
Of course I am,
Okay.
because the monk is broken.
Monk
17.
early game is really good.
Okay, and your damage?
Oh,
3.
big money 4. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna give you the first. How do you want to do this?
Oh, with how I want to kill him.
How do you want to do it? Explain your motions here.
So because I hit with both hands, I turn my body because I think I'm still technically facing the other guy. So
Yeah.
I turn around. I let out a war cry, which is just like this, just ear-piercing screech noise, and then I take both of my fists and smash them into his head, and his head just explodes.
So you guys just see this Warforged metal being just turns around and just screeches as he turns around and just slams both his fists into the zombie's head.
And we have
Shattering
our
it.
first Gallagher.
And it falls to the ground.
I am enjoying this.
And again, does
Doesn't
not
make
resurrect.
Oh, that thing's resurrecting.
I am doing this right? Yeah, I am. Yeah, no, I'm just god awful. Alright. Anything else on your turn?
Early game creatures, so.
If I look over to, in the direction of Ophelia and what was Quantum? What's your name again?
Wildfire.
Ophelia and Wildfire, and I just give him my cranked, like thumbs up
Thumbs
finger.
Ophelia's kind of like nodding her head towards the zombie next to her, like, yep, I got company.
Feels deep into this fight, and I couldn't be happier.
Is it the rest of your turn?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to move at all?
I mean, I don't need to move. I'm just a fucking pillar of metal.
Titan, that is you. I got my 18s are both dead. Ophelia,
I can't wait till
you are
I hit
next.
milestone 2.
Okay. Well, I still got this guy next to me, so I guess I'm going to attempt to do the same thing and stab him with my rapier.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Got our first combat nat 20.
So that's double damage?
Correct.
Or do you want me to roll 2d8s, or do you want me to just double the 1d8?
Just doubles the 1d8.
Ugh.
Oof.
7.
Does my voice sound different?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you have the voice changer now.
Because you're at what? So it'd be plus 3, so 5.
So it's 7 total.
It'd be 10.
The plus 3 doesn't get doubled, just the dice.
Okay, that's how we did our last one. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that then. Yeah, so 7.
Yep.
That guy. You do a really hard thrust with your rapier, and it just goes straight through, and the zombie falls down, and that one will get back up. So you guys, the rapier goes through, you rip it out, and the zombie kind of crumbles down to his knees, and like kind of like slumps over, but then gets very slowly back up.
So I do have a dagger,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my bonus action to try to stab him.
Okay.
Which is, once again, a d20 plus 5. 11 to hit.
That will hit.
It seems like with these zombies, as long as you don't roll a nat 1, you're gonna hit.
Their AC is at least 9.
Uh,
Ooh!
a little high.
7 damage.
Oh,
Wait, no. 4 damage. I'm sorry.
wrong plus.
It is not +3
Oh,
because
true.
it's my bonus action.
Yeah, so you thrust with your rapier, you take it out, the zombie gets back up, and as he gets back up, you take your dagger, slice across, and finish the zombie off. His body slumps into the wall, and then falls to the ground. Officially done.
Nice. Let's go.
I'm
Yeah.
going to use my movement, and I'm
Okay.
going to just have come over to here instead.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at Wildfire and be like, you feeling okay?
I'm feeling great.
Jesus Christ.
Is this a monster or is this something else?
No, that's not a monster.
Okay.
And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. So this zombie right here in the on the wall there will take a step towards Titan and take a swing. And not hit. He like kind of gets back off the wall, kind of pushes himself, goes for a swipe, and just misses and kind of fumbles. Almost knocks into you, but regains his balance before knocking into you. And then this goblin right here will move here and take another shot at Tanwin.
Why me?
And that goblin will not hit. So he goes to take another shot, and this zombie goblin is just—he's not good at his balance. He goes to take the shot and just again keels backwards and just launches the arrow over you. This time by about like 5 to 6 feet. Not as bad as before, but he still missed. And then he's gonna continue to walk towards you. And then it'll now be Tanwin's turn.
Yeah, right. So I will use my dagger again. Well, I'm gonna move towards him a little bit more.
Okay.
And then 1, 2, 3. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Is it D4 or D6? D4.
D4 for your dagger.
5.
5.
So I don't know why, but when she said D4 or D6, I think it was 6. It went D4 or D beep, and it just like censored her.
Oh, my bad. That was me. I accidentally pushed this button.
But it was like right when the 6 came.
My bad.
It was funny.
So you take your dagger and you take a slash at it, and you slash it pretty good. The goblin is very hurt at this point.
Still not dead?
Not dead, but very, very hurt. He's struggling to stay on his feet.
I'm going to use my second or bonus attack. So on this, am I supposed to still add the +5 to the hit?
To the hit. You also have that D6 to hit as well. Which you rolled in that one anyways, so.
So should I use the No, I used the D6 before, didn't I?
Yes, for your dragon breath.
Yeah, I used it.
Alright. So
does that not hit?
You go to take your swipe with your other weapon, and you go to take a swipe with it, and you almost just let go as you go to swipe for it and completely miss and drop your rapier or your sword. Do you have anything else for your turn?
Oh, sorry. No. That's it.
Okay. And then at that point, if you were done, it'd be Quantum's turn.
Uh, can I just yeet a fireball at him?
With your produce flame,
Yeah.
is that?
Do I have to ready it for a turn first, or can I just shabam?
Is Produce Flame a cantrip?
It is
Yeah.
a cantrip.
Okay.
It is. It looks like produce flame is touch. Or is it 30 feet?
It's 30 feet. It's
No,
on
it
a
is
hit.
self.
No, it says you can also attack the flame. Only
Okay,
doing
yep.
so ends the spell while
Okay,
30
yep,
feet.
go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say yeet, and I throw a fireball at him.
You will hit.
It's-
Seven. So you ready the flame in your hand and you go to huck it at it, and the flame just takes the zombie goblin and just like incinerates it, and it just pretty much almost a pile of ashes and a few extra limbs. The upper corner of its chest and like most of its head is just gone. You roasted it.
Pretty face name.
I think we still got one more. All right. Anything else in your turn?
No.
Right. And then that is the end of your turn, Titan.
Back to me. Oh, let's go. Let's get that dice out of here. So I turn around at this what looks to be final zombie and see if I hit it. That's an 8. I hit.
That will barely hit.
Oh. Looks like we found the threshold.
Shit.
4, 1, roll. 4 damage.
4 damage. And what kind of attack are you doing?
My unarmed strike.
Are you like kicking, punching?
I'm backhanding this thing.
Right. You go to like you spin with your left hand and just backhand the zombie's skull, and you just knock it clean off its body.
I love this game.
And you
I
see
think
you see the zombie start to get back up, but it then crumbles back down and stays down. I believe that is the end of combat. So initiative has ended. What do you guys want to do?
Like to find a rock on the ground and carve into just like the side of my armor, my metal armor, just lines on the amount of people I killed,
Okay.
which I think it was 4.
Let's see, this guy. I think you killed this guy too. I got 3.
Yeah, it might have been 3.
Yeah, you got 3.
Yeah.
Monks are crazy.
All about peace.
All right, and collectively, I want you guys to make a perception check.
Oh.
When is my... Oh, okay. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be +3? 18.
5.
Wah, wah.
12.
Okay. I believe it's 15. Oh, yeah, 15. Okay. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3. Santa?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Am I fucking blind? Yeah, I am. Okay. So, Santa, Tanwen, and Quantum, you guys see there's a couple loose manacles around. There's one here, one here, one here. You guys also see there's a couple torture devices around. There's this torture mask that you could easily pick up. There's also, up here, you guys can clearly see that there is... Oh god, the map's moving. A table with the dead lizard on it, and the I don't even know what to call this. Summoning circle of sorts. There's plenty of crystals around. There seems to be a cavern or a hallway to the left, over here by the first manacle, and there seems to be another hallway over here. Ophelia is just amazed of the absolute thunder that she let go and blew those 2 zombies away from her, and the giant crystals in the room attract her attention more than anything.
What do you want to do?
Crystals?
Those ones here,
Oh, those crystals.
here.
Yeah, she's 100% going to the crystals.
Okay.
This entryway right here on the right catches my attention. So
Alright.
I'm gonna move towards it.
Quantum, I'm gonna move you from chat and bring you back. Now talk.
What?
Oh, that's way better.
That's
Oh
better.
my god, thank god. Thank the
What
Lord.
happened?
Oh, it was like super staticky.
Oh.
It might have been because of the voice thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
around.
Oh yeah, probably.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said there?
Yeah. Okay. So you want to go down that hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
I, for now, will walk up to this altar and do a religion check on it to see if I recognize any of the symbols.
Okay.
That's 16.
16.
Also, what does the proficiency part of it mean? Because I'm proficient in religion.
So if you're proficient in religion, so you have your
Also-
character in D&D Beyond, correct?
Yeah, I'm also proficient in perception.
Okay. So when you're proficient in something, you're going to use that modifier rather than your normal modifier. So for religion, you're going to get the +2 rather than your normal +0.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It,
Alright.
it adds your proficiency.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then
Yeah, so we're good.
Yeah. All right. So you know these to be some sort of very dark magic stuff. You can't quite put on exactly what symbols they are and what they're from. However, you do know that this is an ancient dark magic from your studies and things that you remember from your past of knowing that this magic is no good. This magic is usually something you don't tool with.
Gotcha. So I turn to Tanwin and just say, no good magic. That's it.
I'm gonna walk up next to him.
Okay.
Can I make like some sort of, or I want to like look at the body that's on it
Okay.
and see if there's any like anything other than just like a wound. If there's any like symbols or anything on there.
Making an investigation check.
Okay. 22.
Okay. So you see this body still has a satchel along its side. It seems to be of a merchant satchel. The blade is still stuck in the body. It seems like that this blade is black of color, including the blade and the hilt. The hilt has these kind of spiky, curling pieces off the hilt that kind of curve up towards the blade. The blade is jagged, and there's some symbols like the ones on the circle that you were kind of standing on, with the same symbols.
This one?
Yeah, like all of these, this one, all the
Gotcha.
symbols on there will match the ones on the blade. The satchel is full of. There's a gold purse in there, which will have 37 gold in it and 7 silver.
Okay, can I remove the blade from the body and take the satchel?
Yep. In the satchel as well, there's some papers. There's the coin purse, and then there's as well a little tiny vial of some sort of powder. Kind of looks like a saltish kind of look, like crystally white powder in this vial.
I'm gonna show it to Titan and see if he knows like what it might be.
Would that be an investigation check on my part?
Oh,
Or like I
do a nature check.
Okay. Oh, 11.
11. What's your plus for it?
I don't get a plus. It's one of the only ones I have +0 on.
Oh, yeah, it's nature. Okay. Yeah. So you can tell this is some sort of like. It's nothing too valuable. It looks kind of like a salt of some sort. But that's pretty much all you can tell.
what do you think it could be? I say to Titan.
Or fully white substance, possibly food. I don't really have a concept of food. I don't eat. I have no reason to eat, so anything.
You might know what salt is.
Yeah, you would know what salt is as a substance,
Okay.
like its structure.
Possibly salt. Would I be terrified of salt at all? Like, would that make me rust?
No, you wouldn't be that. You wouldn't be like, oh, don't touch me with that kind of thing.
Okay, heathen.
It's not heresy.
Okay, so I look at Tanwin and I say, not too sure, possibly salt.
Okay.
How well lit is it in this place?
So there are supposed to be torches around here. However, for some reason they didn't load in. So it's pretty well lit. There's also supposed to be like braziers and columns in the middle that also didn't load in for some reason when I saved it.
I'm gonna check out these apparently giant crystals.
Okay. So right here you see a manacle next to the crystal. You see smaller crystal here. You see this big. Oh god, map's moving. You see this giant crystal here, and on the base of the bigger crystal, you see a bunch of little crystals that seem to be either mined off, shaved off, incorrectly mined with the wrong tools. And you can kind of see a set of tools sitting here next to the crystal.
Can I tell what this crystal's made of?
It's made. Make it in. Make a nature check. So
Total?
this crystal is a popular rare crystal. It is of blue color, obviously, but you can see through it. So if you hold one of the smaller crystals, you can see pretty well through it. It's a little distorted, however, it's a very popularly rare crystal called. My flip pages here. BRB while I find it. Argeed. And that's Argead.
Do these tools look like they could be used to actually mine it properly at all?
So the tools there are definitely in rough shape. They're not very sturdy. They're very rusted. The handles are cracked. It seems like you would need nicer tools to mine these crystals correctly. However, these smaller ones you might be able to get away with where they're a lot thinner.
I'll kind of just shout to the rest of the group, asking if anybody has some sort of mining tools. Like, hey, does anybody have any actual mining tools at all?
No.
Good question, actually. Let me see what I got.
I don't know.
I have a hammer and a crowbar.
Oh my god. I didn't realize I have vestments.
I have holy water. Okay.
That's so fun. I have a backpack that has adventuring gear in it.
Titan
Oh
also
no,
has
it's just
hammer.
okay. It's just a backpack.
So I'm pretty sure almost everybody has a hammer. Backpack, bedroll, hammer, crowbar.
I've got hemp rope. I also have tinker's tools, but that probably won't help here.
I've got a drum and a flute.
I'll be
I
right
don't
back.
think
Someone's
those will
knocking on
help.
my door.
Okay. Yeah, so
Does the smaller crystal look anything different by chance?
it
Or
looks
is it the same thing, just smaller?
it looks to be like the same type of crystal. It's a little bit lighter blue. It's a little bit lighter blue, a little bit easier. It's a little bit thinner. The mass of it and the thickness of it isn't super thick, so you're able to get through that probably with the tools there.
Alright, I'll grab the tools there and try to break up some of this and take some.
All right, roll a d20.
Just a straight d20?
Yeah.
Uh, 16.
Okay. You're gonna receive 4 of this light blue crystal.
Nice. And I'll pick up any of the shavings that are already there. If I
Okay.
can.
So you'll pick up like the smaller crystals and shavings.
Yeah.
Okay. All in all, you'll probably end up getting 8 crystals worth of this stuff. So do 8 light blue crystals in your inventory.
I'll just add something that's not in the...
Hey guys, I hate to do this. My mom just showed up, so I'm gonna have to get off here.
Okay, I'll go Stu.
Is there anything I need to do before I go?
You'll be all set. We'll just go see through and I'll let you know what the inventory is when you pick up.
Okay. Alright, well, I will talk to you guys later then.
All right.
Hi, Quantum.
See you
Bye.
guys.
All right. Is anyone else going into the right here? Or anybody else doing anything else in the big room?
I would like to go over to this mask
Okay.
and pick it up. So I would like to go over here, pick it up, and examine it. So I don't know if I need to roll anything for that.
Make a history check.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go check any other crystals to see if there's anything different in the room.
Okay.
It's a 5.
So you can tell this is some sort of... Wait, you're not proficient in history? I thought you were.
No, I have literally the only thing I have zeros in is history, arcana, and nature.
And
That's it.
intelligence. Oh, and not religion, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a mask that is worn with the very common knowledge of, you can tell this is some sort of device. You don't know what it's for, but it's a device that will come close to the face, and there's a long stout coming from the mouth.
I put it on.
Of
Because
course.
if I just think it's a mask, I attempt to put the mask on.
So you guys are watching this giant Warforged put this metal mask on, and it fits pretty tight to his face, and there's just this giant, like, 1.5 foot long pipe coming off the end of where the mouth is. The eyes are open, so you can see his eyes through it, and there's just this giant pipe coming out of his mouth.
I wait until after he puts it on and be like, maybe don't do that.
It's comfy. It fits snug on face. Or I'm assuming I'm just murmuring this to people.
Yeah, it's not coming out words at all. It's actually, well, where you're a Warforged and you're not really moving your mouth, it's coming out. It's coming out muffled, but they could understand it.
I'm leaving it on.
Okay.
At this point, as I'm like walking across the room to check out all the other crystals and whatnot, I'm gonna look at Tenwin and see how she's doing health wise.
Okay. So good.
I don't know what to do now.
So he's pretty much just
Basically,
going, yeah.
Oh, so I only have 5 health. I'm at half health right now.
all right. I will cast a healing word
Oops.
and heal you up 1d4 plus 4.
Do I roll that or do you? Oh, you
I
got it.
will. Jeez, that's 8 health back to you.
You were back at the full health.
Bullet.
As I'm
Thank
doing
you.
that, and then I'm gonna go check the other crystals around the room,
Okay.
see if there's anything different.
I love this mask already.
So this one is clearly pink. It looks to be the same substance. Maybe the crystal looks to be a little bit more clear, a little bit more bubbles inside. It doesn't seem to be as structurally hard as the blue ones, but is still of crystal nature, and you can easily mine it.
If I still have those tools, I'm gonna mine what I can of it.
Okay, roll a d20 again.
Ooh, 17.
You get 5 more crystals of pink crystals. And the tools sustain some damage. They are still together from what you can tell.
Okay.
Nice.
So I would like to come over to this like chest thing, but like as I'm walking over, I want to take the dagger that I pulled out of the lizard guy and like switch it with one of the daggers that I already have
Okay.
to like keep it. But then I would like to. Do I roll an investigation check on this thing?
So it's not a chest. It's a table.
Okay.
And roll a history check. Which would be a d20 plus whatever your proficiency is.
So
which
14.
is- yeah. So this is some sort of torture device. There is the same symbols on it. The table has these 3 wheels of spikes that seem to be able to be turned with a turn of a crank on this corner that is in the wall.
To like stretch people out.
No, so their feet are tied to the bottom and their head is held down at the top, and they literally just turn the wheels with the spikes in them, digging into the back of the victim.
Oh. My character will just kind of like shudder at like the thought of that and decide to go back this way and follow the Quantum's character into this hallway.
Okay.
So by this point, Quantum was probably going over to this chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll say Quantum. Oh, go ahead. Open up the chest. Quantum has found 17 gold. 15 steel arrows. Arrows that would look like they are military grade at this point. They aren't jagged; they're just basic steel broadheads. But the arrows are nice and straight. The feathers are nicely put together and all that stuff. He is also going to find a robe with the cult symbol on it. And
You said it was a robe.
Yes, a robe with the cult symbol on it.
Damn, I wish I had that.
And then you will also find a dagger like Tanwin's that Tanwin picked up.
Should I like add that to my inventory via custom item?
For the dagger, yes. The dagger will pretty much be the same damage plus another 1. So you usually have, I believe, it's +3. You're gonna have +4 for that one dagger.
It's a +1 dagger. It'll give you a +1 to attack rolls and a +1 to damage.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna just search for any other crystals that are different currently.
All right.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Let's see. Are you gonna be venturing into here?
I'd be venturing anywhere in the room, just looking for different colored crystals.
Okay. Venturing, you can see this hallway. That's not very far. You'll be able to see right into it. There is a green crystal here, and then there's a couple more blue crystals down here. Oh God.
Because this one's green, I would like to try to mine any of that as well.
All right, go ahead and roll another d20.
Ooh, 6.
Okay. You will gain 2 green crystals. And the tools at this point have gained significant damage. They are still usable, but they are on the verge of breaking.
Okay.
I would love to go over to the lizard and throw him off the table, out of the summon zone.
Okay. Are you going left or right? Or behind you?
I think I would go behind and push it this way.
Like there?
No, like this way. Oh wait, I can't. Why can't I do my thing? Like over here,
Oh, okay.
like towards the center of the room.
You throw the you throw the lizard off the table. The table's very bloody. There's nothing there. It literally looks like a plain wooden table.
Can I look under the table to see, or like I flip the table over and see if there's anything underneath it?
Like on the table itself?
I feel like at first glance, when I throw the table under, it would be looking at the ground, and then if I didn't see anything, my next gaze would be towards the other end of the table.
Yeah. So as you look at the full image here of the summoning circle, you pretty much see a 7-pointed star coming across. The table looks to be bare, like nothing interesting, but it looks to be like the summoning circle is a 7-pointed star.
Can I do a, I guess, religion or wisdom check to see if I know what the meaning of a 7-pointed star would indicate?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a religion check.
Oh, you damn. A 10.
It looks to be the lines just connecting all of the symbols with the outside with the inside.
It's a good looking star. Well, short of going out and leaving, the only other place we haven't gone is down here, which technically we don't really know if there's anything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do next, was head down this way.
Okay.
Take a look around the room and see if I can see anything of importance.
Roll a perception check.
Realistically,
Sorry, roll a what?
Perception.
realistically, not knowing that there aren't any other colored crystals, I'm going to continue to search for more crystals.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
16. So you will find 37 silver, 10 copper, and 5 crude arrows and 5 steel arrows. And then you'll also find a singular red crystal.
I'm sorry, you said 37 silver.
10 copper.
Okay.
5 crude arrows.
Okay.
5 steel arrows. And 1 singular red crystal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Also, you said there's manacles down here?
Yeah, there's 1 here, there is 1 here, and 1 here. And they have spikes coming off.
Any manacles that I find, I would take.
Okay. So you get 3 spiked. Also make a Arcana check.
I have to look that up real quick.
Are you...
That's a 9.
There seems to be some sort of magic symbol on there, but you don't know what it's for.
Okay. I'll just stuff those in my bag
Okay.
and then look for other crystals if there are any.
You do see 2 more blue veins down here, and then you'd also see this blue vein over here.
Because I didn't get a lot, if those are the only crystals, I would go back to the green and try one more time
Okay.
with whatever left of the tools that I have.
Alright, roll a d20. You will get 6 green crystals, 1 teal crystal that seems to be like a discolored green one, and your tools will break. So,
Okay.
Six-
Once the tools break, I'll just kind of search if there's anything else in the room.
Okay.
Whatever this is here. Oop, hold on. I'm kind of interested in that
Okay.
because I don't think anybody else has really looked at it.
With the table gone and it just being the symbols and the star, I would like to walk into the center of the circle and meditate to my god to see if I can gain any wisdom from it, or even attempt to commune with it to, see if he knows what any of this means.
Okay. So you do your
Warforged walks over, you just see his eyes turn a different color, and just puts his hands in like a weird, just locking them together, and what looks to be praying, and he's just standing there in his own mind.
Okay. And as you stand there, you do your prayer or whatever you are saying to the god. If you're going to say or think anything specific, message that to me.
Yeah, it's all just in the brain. So let me.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's how I spell it.
While
Alright.
he's typing that out, can I ask a question?
Yep.
You said something about like something being loose, like in like this general area and stuff, right? Did you say that or no?
There was loose crystals that Ophelia picked up.
Oh, okay, never.
And Ophelia, what you would see about this chair right here is there is 2 braces on each arm that is to hold the arms down, and there is one for the head, and it is a chair covered in spikes.
That is not how you spell that god's name. I messed that up, but yeah, whatever.
This chair looks like a lot of fun.
Same thing with the bed over by the stairs, I yell back.
I'm assuming Ophelia would have noticed it going from crystal to crystal, noticing the table.
Yeah, you would have definitely seen the table with the spikes on the turny wheels. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Any looking into anything else?
Well, I guess the last thing that I can think of is to look at this lizard.
Okay. Look at an investigation check.
If anybody wants to help with this.
I'll come over and take another look with you. Should I also roll an investigation check?
Ophelia, roll with advantage with Tanwin's help. So Tanwin, don't roll because you're just going to give him advantage
Gotcha.
where you're helping him. Ooh.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Lip.
So you see what Tanwin didn't notice earlier is there is no blood coming from, even though the picture shows it, there is no blood coming from the carcass where the stab was. It's not like dried up blood or anything like that. There's literally, it seems like no blood has ever left the body.
So
However,
they stabbed it. It looks like they stabbed it and literally nothing came out.
the blood went somewhere because the blood has to go somewhere. However, it did not leave the body onto the table or the ground. The blood on the table that Titan saw was not fresh blood.
And the blood didn't come out and Titan threw the lizard across the room either.
Nope. But when you touch the body is almost leached of all the blood.
So I believe they were using this as some sort of blood sacrifice. They didn't get to finish exactly. Also, somebody else that was here vanished. So I don't think our job is necessarily done.
I can't remember. We found the broken. This is Steve talking, not obviously Titan. We found the broken cart, right? But there was no body.
Correct.
Okay.
And he did have Tanwin knows that there was a merchant satchel on it.
And I will let them know that this has been leached of blood, but there is no blood to be found anywhere.
Like it's not like smeared over the body. It's not on the table. There's definitely blood on the table, but it looks like from this killing, the blood went somewhere, other than the body.
Can I check these symbols to see if the blood was absorbed into them?
Yeah. Make a investigation check for that.
Investigation is +2. Oh, not +3, +2.
Okay.
18.
So there's no blood that went into the symbols on the ground. There's no moats. If you think of the what was that movie? Can't think of it. But the blood didn't go down these cracks in the floor to fill up the circle. These circle seems to be of a magic dust that was put down that has essentially hardened into what looks like is very flat, just straight lines. So the blood did not go into the ground.
So I think the blood got absorbed by this symbol somehow, I'm not sure how. But I think the best option we have is to try to destroy this symbol. Because somebody got away, and they're probably going to try to come back to finish whatever they were doing.
Okay.
So if we can destroy this symbol somehow, maybe we can stall whatever they were trying to do. That's my only thoughts. If anybody has any other input, please let me know.
I'll say hold on, and I'll pull that satchel back out and start rummaging through like the papers to see what's written on them. To see if it may have belonged to this like lizard guy.
Okay.
Do I need to roll something?
So where you rolled a investigation for the satchel as a whole, I'll say that you looked into that, and it seems to be manifest in routes to of future and current trading for the papers.
But is there any indication that it like was owned by this lizard dude?
So the papers just it seems like he was a merchant for the wagon that you guys found, because he has routes for trade, and he has Rhymehorn down as his destination for that shipment.
Gotcha. So I'll walk up to Ophelia before he destroys the symbol and say, "Look at this. This was the guy we were looking for."
He wakes up from his prayer. Just
Okay.
stands there.
Speaking of which, did he catch any of what we have just talked about?
I'm trying to think. I didn't go to sleep. Like, I just pretty much... I would say I could hear you guys were talking, but because I was focused on trying to commune, that I wasn't fully paying attention to what was said. So I just know you two were talking, really. But Titan pretty much just opens his eyes, looks up, sees nothing has really happened in the most likely 20 to 30 seconds he was praying, and just starts casually walking towards the stairs to leave.
Okay.
I'll shout to him before he leaves. And be like, "Hey, Titan, I might need some help destroying this symbol if you can help."
What need?
Smash.
Smash what?
Specifically, the symbol, the ground at the symbol.
Which symbol? There's many.
Any of them.
So, Titan smash.
Titan smash symbol.
So at that point, Titan has no reason to say no at this point, because there's not a lot of thought process. Titan just runs back over to the closest symbol, which I guess is this guy, and just starts banging on it.
All
And
right.
just start punching it and seeing what happens.
So as you punch the two symbols here, each punch you can kind of see the glowingish powder starts to dull, and as you kind of crack through this front symbol here, the dust kind of stops glowing.
And that's for the whole circle, not just that path.
Correct. Yep. So essentially,
Okay.
because this would connect somewhere at all places, the whole symbol goes dull. The lines are still there, but the symbol is dull.
Gotcha.
Now, Titan, real quick, before we leave here, just to make things a little more difficult for their future, Try that on every symbol.
Why? Circle, no light.
Because they might be able to fix just the one and restart. Or if we destroy all of the symbols, they have to start from square one.
I even looked at this confusingly pretty thing that was once riding his shoulder here. Just doesn't answer, turns back around, and just starts punching each symbol one by one.
Mind you as well, I'm pretty sure Titan still has the giant pipe mask on, right?
Oh, 100%, yeah. 100%. That's, he turns over and the pipe's like wiggling.
You guys just see this Warforged punch the ground with this giant steel mask with this giant, like, 1.5 long, like, just straight pipe off the fucking front of the mask, just pounding the ground. Oh god.
While he's doing that, I want to like shuffle my feet through all the like glowing sand to kind of like ruin the pattern that it's into while he's hitting all the symbols.
So the sand that is on the ground is actually hard. Like, it is hardened. Whatever this was became permanent once the circle is complete.
Never mind that idea then.
So like you go to like try to shuffle your feet through it, and like you hit this like it's almost like a quarter of an inch above the like flat-ish surface. Like the ground's not very flat, as you can tell, but you can kind of tell there's something there, but you can't like just shuffle your foot through it and ruin it.
I like stub my big toe and do the whole Peter Griffin.
Honestly, I want to draw this Warforged with this weird butcher mask.
Please, oh my god,
Give
yes,
me a
please.
description. To be fair, if anybody wants my artist to like draw something up for them, let me know and I will pay for a commission for you guys.
Not against it. I think I need to get just a little bit further and figure out how I want to shape this
totally
bowl
fair.
out.
But
I'd be
at
down
any
for
point, if anybody wants a commission, just let me know. I will pay for it for you guys.
that.
I'll
So
definitely write something up.
I'm assuming at this point, all of those symbols are somewhat smashed.
Yeah, at this point you have smashed all the symbols.
Okay, so now that I'm bored of smashing, how heavy is the lizard? Is it like just a compared to me, I should say, to a 6'5", 250
How heavy is it compared to me?
tank? Anything's heavier than you.
I'm a little bit weighty for my height.
Let me see how much of what a lizard
Those thick
lizard
thighs.
folk.
It is those
varies.
thighs.
So it's a little bigger than a human, but not by much.
Would I be able to carry it?
Make a strength check.
Will do.
I don't see how.
Can I
much
give
it
him bardic
is.
inspiration for this?
You could, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just give him a bardic inspiration, which is a oh fuck.
Which he needs.
That's a D6 on top of that.
Roll a d6.
You could do it. You are a guy.
Ophelia's just over there fucking cheering him on as he's trying to lift the lizard up.
I don't know if I even want to roll this.
Oh! So it's a 9 total.
So you're able to get the lizard up into your arms, and you're able to kind of muscle it up to carry it. You're a little awkward, like you didn't just like huff this thing over. You're a little worn out from the massive punching of the ground and the battle. But you're able to kind of pick up this lizard and like still walk with it. But you did pick the lizard up.
You're used to carrying somebody who has control of their weight, not dead weight.
True.
Well, since I awkwardly have it in my hand, would I be able to just like take it with me?
Ophelia would try to help. She is very weak.
Can you even reach my hands? Like, where am I?
Barely. She's also very weak.
I would imagine that you're holding its tail.
Hey, the Warforged just has the lizard, and Ophelia's just like carrying the tail by the tip, just like, yeah, I'm helping.
I have a
Just
total
back to the
of
town.
6. My strength is a total of 6 out of 20. So,
Yeah, you're literally just like holding the tip of the tail.
yeah.
That's crazy.
She's attempting.
It's a valiant effort.
So, with it in hand, providing I can leave with it, I just start to walk up the stairs and out of the house that we
Okay.
came from.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to grab you.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna grab her because you guys are both helping move the lizard.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we? Anybody else wants to do anything else down here?
I think we're ready to go.
All right.
Were these zombies lootable at all?
Oh yeah, we didn't even think about that.
Well, I factored that into the
Oh.
investigation of the room. They didn't have anything on there. They were bones of very little flesh and some clothing.
Works for me.
The goblins didn't have much on them. They had a cracked in half hand crossbow, and a little dagger.
If anything, they might have had bolts for their crossbow. I know you said arrows, but bolts and arrows are a little bit different.
Correct. So,
Okay.
if you guys want the 5 bolts that you have gotten from each,
I don't.
they're going to be
I
crude.
don't care about it.
I wouldn't care, but
Quantum might.
Quantum
We'll
would.
give Quantum 10,
because he doesn't have a hand crossbow.
10 crude bolts.
If it's not my fist, I don't care.
Yeah, Quantum had the hand crossbow, so he would care to an extent.
Any ammo is better than no ammo.
Yep.
All right.
And then we leave and try to make our way back to town with this lizard.
Okay. So as you guys make your way up out of the house, you guys make your trek up through the tunnel and out the staircase. At this
If
point,
I can,
yeah.
from the house to our way back, I'm going to try to draw some sort of crude map.
Okay. And as you guys get up to the front door, you guys can see it is pitch black out.
I'll look at the rest of the group and just be like, well, I can't see a damn thing out here.
I have dark vision. I think I'm like the one creature that doesn't get dark vision.
Correct. For some
I
reason,
don't
I don't
have
know
dark
why.
vision as well.
Yeah, I don't get
I
that.
have something.
I think you have
Um,
dark vision.
Yeah, you definitely have dark vision as a
Or
dragon.
even in dim light, it is limited.
Echo, I believe, gets like 60 feet or something like that, though. Which, so like as you guys were about to leave, like they were just getting up. Like they just didn't wake up with you guys. The spell hit them way harder than it hit you guys. I forgot to mention that.
I would
earlier.
assume that I don't remember the name of the character that Roadhouse was playing.
Wasn't that Gabriel?
Yes.
He's a human.
Gabriel, yes. He had the light cantrip, and he
True.
would have probably cast that because he can't.
I do have a torch in my equipment too.
He would have jumped up and cast that on Titan's head.
Yep.
When we came into this house, there was a horse, like outside. Is that horse still there?
Yes, that horse is still there.
So I like tap Titan on the shoulder and point to the horse and say, "Lizard on horse."
On Titan. You ride horse.
I'm a 250-pound dragon.
Oh shit.
I'll ride the horse. Ophelia 100% would claim the horse.
Definitely forgot
If nobody else was taking it, she would take it. She didn't want to walk here to begin with, which is why she was on Titan's shoulder.
Walks over to the horse and tries to ride it, breaking its back in the process.
So are you going to try to get on the horse?
Ophelia will, yeah.
Roll an animal handling check.
I gotta look that one up. Animal handling. Ooh, that's a +0. That's just a D20. Nope, that's a +1 by accident. Minus that 1.
Oh!
Nat 20. Doesn't matter.
You walk up, very gently get the horse to trust you by putting out your hand flat and getting the horse to trust you. You throw the saddle up on it. It seems very calm with you. You essentially just literally get up, get on it, and you're riding the horse.
I love the idea that my Warforged ass has a +1 in animal handling. No, Philia doesn't.
I will. If you're going to imagine that we have rations, like you're actually going to take into account for that, I would give it basically one of my rations.
Okay, so you're gonna do it +1 action to the horsey.
I would like to not have him do that, and I mean, he can do that, but I want to give Ophelia my food
Okay, so
because I don't eat, and I start with a day's worth of rations for some reason.
so I give it a ration, then he walks up and taps me on the shoulder and just gives me his.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys gonna make it through the? We're gonna travel through the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong
Yeah,
too.
with that. I have my torch out.
Okay. So
And
as
then
you guys,
Titan has light on his head.
yep. So Gabriel and Echo and Quantum, Wildfire are all. Quantum's got his flame in his hand. Gabriel has put the light on Titan's head. Tanwin has the torch in hand. Echo is just using his dark vision because I would believe he has like 60 feet dark vision.
Ophelia is just on this horse, like side saddle.
Just trucking along. The horse is behaving. Everything's going well. You guys are going through. You guys find the road that heads down to the road. You guys like kind of go down the trail, and you guys come to the road that you guys veered off of before. You guys are kind of going down. It's a little windy out. It's a mild night. There's no. You guys can see the stars out. There's no rain. No insanely crazy winds or anything like that. It's a very nice breeze. Very nice night out. And as you guys get to the wagon, you guys take your right to go down the road towards the town. As you kind of walk down the trail, you guys kind of come through the to the like overlooking the village, coming from the woods. And you guys can start seeing the lights and torches from the village. A few of them start going out because it's late. You guys were out there for a few hours. Like out like you guys had your travel time, but you were out for a few hours. And then you guys make it to town. Where you guys going?
I go right to center town and drop the lizard.
Town hall. We'll go to the town hall.
Okay. You guys go up to the two front doors of the town hall, and they are locked. Again, it is like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It is late.
Ooh. So,
Well, I really don't want to find a place to stay with a dead body.
when you said we went to the town, like, did we all actually go to town hall, or am I in the center of town right now?
Did you guys all follow?
Well, I wanted to go straight to center of town, like in the middle of where the festival was being held.
Okay. And there's no one out and about. There's maybe a couple guards walking across the street watching you carry this lizard in.
That is fine.
They don't really bat an eyelash at it. They've seen war themselves. They've seen death. You're not doing anything malicious.
Yeah, joke's on them, actually. So, looking around, seeing that no one is anywhere, and I guess catching glimpse that they can't get into town hall for whatever reason, Titan opens his mouth and just lets out a giant siren call, like what would be more or less like a warning, like danger approaching siren, with zero regard for the fact that anyone is sleeping, but also with the idea that hopefully everybody wakes up in the town. including Lionel, what was his name?
Lionel.
He's a Leoness, yeah.
Lionel, yeah,
Oars.
yeah.
So,
Just waking up.
you guys just see the Warforged stand at the bottom of the stairs, and you just see him just like, literally just this blood-curdling screech, siren
record,
sound, and like...
I would like to also possibly persuade you, DM, with the fact that because I have a tube going at the end of my mouth, it is very, like, directional, so I'm just moving my head left and right.
So you guys see this Warforged just screeching, and he's just moving his head left and right with this giant pipe swinging back and forth. You guys can start seeing the candles being lit in the window as people are starting to peer out. 4 guards cut the 2 of them that you guys saw coming in, and then 2 of them from the other side sprint in with their weapons drawn. What are you guys doing? He's got all screaming at you guys like, what's the meaning of this ruckus?
We have information for you about the missing caravans.
And was that needed to awake the whole town?
Well, nobody was at the town hall.
It's like 1 a.m. Who's up and at the town hall at this point? The only place open is the tavern.
We were sent on a mission, so we kind of thought maybe somebody would be interested in this information.
Titan walks up to this conversation.
And as you walk up, you guys see the front doors of the town hall open, and Orez, in his silky gown, walks out, and he's like kind of rubbing his eyes with his paws. And what is the meaning of this?
Titan just says, "Cart destroyed, broken house, summon circle, danger."
Okay. Can we talk about this in the morning?
No.
It might be of utmost importance that you get somebody to check out this area as soon as possible.
He fixes his like.
They were trying to start a ritual.
We would also like our gold. Just throwing that out there.
Dragonborn?
Started a ritual or finished one. Sorry to say, but you have a dead lizard. And that looks to be my
This was
merchant.
part of the ritual.
Lizard?
Part? What do you mean part?
Well, it appears that they didn't finish.
Okay. Come in. Guards, take the body and bury it tomorrow. Get it ready for prep for burial. He was a nice man. He deserves some sort of burial. And he's like kind of like very groggily like waves you guys to come in. Takes you guys to the back room where you guys met him in the first place at the table and sits down at the end. And he looks at the Warforged and is like, "What is on your face?"
Danger!
Well, you look like danger yourself. You know what that is, correct?
Seem go like this.
You know that was used for torturing people. They would pour water down the spout and drown you.
He seems to like it for himself.
I mean, that's for him. I mean, everyone might be a little weirded out by it, but you know what? If it makes him happy, it makes him happy.
You bad leader.
So, what happened?
So, we followed the tracks to this house. I drew up a crude map. If you want me to roll for that, I can.
Yeah, roll a map. Roll
Roll a map.
roll a map. There's no like memory. Do a survival.
That's just a D20. Hey! An 18.
18. The map looks very good. You have like the wagon crash spot. You have each bend. You have the approximate. Your distances are very almost on point. Your directions are very good. Your drawing of the house and what was around the house and the clearing and all that kind of stuff was very well done. You show the tunnel going down into the basement and that kind of stuff. It's a very, very well done map for a crude map.
So I look at it and I go, I draw this crude map of approximately where this house was.
And he's going to look at it.
And they were trying to do a ritual with this body. I don't think they finished it. The ruins were glowing, but we ended up destroying most of those ruins, if not all of them, to postpone what they were trying to do, because they ended up getting away while we had to fight our way out of there.
Okay.
So I would suggest sending people to this house to make sure that this doesn't get worse for yourselves.
And he kind of like sits like on the side of his chair, like leans on the armrest. Okay, so let me get this right. You found the wagon. Was there anything in the wagon? Any merchandise, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Well, now I have to do something else to get more wine and alcohol for the party. Okay.
Stop worrying, party. This is not important.
This festival is a big morale booster. If I cancel it now, the whole town is going to be in an uproar.
He can summon not good morale booster.
Well, good for you. I am a bard of sorts.
And
I might be able to help with that. Well, not with the alcohol part, but maybe the entertainment part.
Well, I mean, I
Me
was going to
too.
invite you guys for the party, and the I guess the people's or the, I guess, important people's party, which isn't very big in this town, but you know, it's better than nothing. If you do want to entertain, I will not deny it. Free entertainment's free entertainment. However, I will send a message through my messenger tonight, so you can get to the city up north quick and get some troops down here ASAP for that. I don't have the detail to send out 8 or 10 guys to check out an area. And he, thank you guys for the information. And he hands you all a coin purse with your payments in them. Each of them all have about probably 30 gold and about 50 silver.
I missed the last part. 30 gold and what?
50 silver.
Okay.
Thank you guys for the info. The festival starts in 2 days. If you guys are around, I do invite you guys to shop at the festival. Our local wares, great food, well, alcohol is a question right now, but entertainment's usually pretty decent. But yeah, I do invite you guys. Now, I would like to get back to sleep. Thank you guys for the information. Next time, please don't set off a siren in the middle of town. I'm sure half the folk are up now.
It seemed pretty important to us.
Thank you. It is very important. I'm very sad for the merchant. He's a good merchant. He always brought great products, great merchandise, great alcohol. I mean, man,
It seemed important to us because if they ended up getting this ritual finished, who knows what would have happened.
hopefully I'll send one of the Arcana, more savvy people, I guess, with the detail as well, to hopefully look at anything else that may have slipped by you guys. But yeah, thank you guys very much. By the way, there's extra 50 silver in there for each person. Which is the 50 silver
I'll
that's
just
already
tell
in the coin purses. So
I'll just tell everyone they can split that among themselves and not take the 50.
okay. Anybody else want to say anything else?
Can I have your clothes?
No, you cannot have my robe. One, I would be naked. Two, this is worth a lot of money. You have an obnoxious horn on your face. If I feel like it would clash. Just a little bit.
Why do you care?
Because I care about my own robe.
He just turns around and starts walking away.
And he's just sitting there like, okay then.
And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna head out with him, I guess.
Are you sure you want to leave with him? Because I don't know if I would.
I mean, he's a good guy. It's
Titan
fine.
hears this, turns around, and lets out another battle cry.
Stop, stop, stop!
And then I give him a thumbs down and I keep walking out. You hurt
is
Titan
it like
feeling.
this or like this?
Well, it's yeah, no, it's like this, but you can pretty much hear Titan also saying feelings hurt as he leaves.
My feelings are hurt from the horn on your face and my ears. And he
Ophelia's
kind
still standing there, and she just kind of looks at him and goes, "You hurt his feelings. I am upset with you." And just walks away.
and he's just like standing there, like standing at where his seat was. Is like, okay. And then he just kind of like walks off in the side room.
He wanted a job done. He shouldn't have picked us.
Apparently, he picked a pretty good crew to get the job kind of done.
True.
All right, so as you guys start heading towards the door, there's two guards that kind of walk out with you guys to lock the door behind you guys. And you can see that there's two like really scrawny guards like dragging this body like really muscling, and there's like one guy just sitting there like watching them.
Titan goes over to help.
Just gotta go over to help him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and help them move the body.
All right. So you're able to pick up the body. They kind of bring it to a whole separate building, kind of backing down the road, and they kind of get everything ready for a burial the next day.
Sweet.
The guards look at you and is like, "Thank you, big steel man. Never seen anyone like you."
Titan. Born
John-
killer.
Johnny, soldier by force. Family wanted me to be a soldier for some reason.
Why?
And he kind of looks down. Haven't seen family in quite a while. I'm gonna go to the tavern and drink.
Johnny, wait.
And he kind of just like puts his head down and continues to walk out.
Titan grabs Johnny.
Johnny like gets freaked out. Why are you touching me, man?
Warforged made for war. God commune gave me second chance. I give you second chance. Come with us.
Roll a persuasion
We're gonna
check.
go drink, is what he means.
Roll
Okay.
Persuasion,
I
yeah.
swear, Johnny better come with us. Alright, hold on, let me...
God
What's my
damn it.
persuasion?
Oh,
Plus
God.
one, okay. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. Okay. 17. I don't...
Johnny with like his head down goes, "Okay, I'll come with you. I need
Yes.
friends." See the Warforged like marching out. Johnny's just like kind of head down a little bit, like not super excited, but he's kind of okay now. He has a friend or someone to walk with.
What's the thing? Who wouldn't want to be friends with a giant tank?
I mean, people who
Ophelia
probably
is just like looking at him as he's carrying, and be like, "We're gonna go drink the night away."
Ophelia, this Johnny. He new friend
Hello,
now.
Johnny.
Hi, I'm Johnny. This Warforged convinced me to come with you guys for some reason. I was gonna go drink myself away for the night, but
We're gonna go do that at the tavern because we don't have anywhere else to stay tonight.
I mean, the tavern has plenty of rooms.
Sounds
nice.
like a plan.
And as you guys walk down, Johnny tells you his story about how his family kind of forced him to go be a soldier because they thought he wasn't good enough for anything else. So that's kind of at the point where he is being forced to go in as a soldier. Sad, but he as you guys make it to the tavern, he's definitely a little bit more cheery that he's with someone or with a group of people. And he
Happier.
the what?
And I know I'm happier.
And you guys get to the tavern. They're starting to filter out. The barkeep's still there and sees you come in. Hi, we only got about another hour left. What do you guys want?
Oh, Johnny would like the strongest thing you got.
Titan walks over to the bartender and just puts down a sack of just money and says, "Drinks for all but me."
And he looks at it and goes, "I'm sorry, but I can't accept 50. How much is in here?" And kind of like opens the pouch and kind of like squishes it down so I can see inside.
If I'm putting my cash of money on there, because I didn't really count it, it would be 45 gold, 25 silver, 2 copper.
So he kind
Ophelia
of
would go and grab the bag after, like, as he's starting to count it, and just like take out some gold and just place as much as she would think would cost for like rooms and drinks for the night for like everyone, and then hand the bag back to Titan.
And as he's sitting there counting the gold and seeing how many rooms you guys need, and kind of just like looks at the size of the party and puts it in his pocket. He took about probably 7 or 8 gold, and a couple silver, and he brings over a small keg that's about probably 8 or 9 inches in diameter, for everybody. And you guys find out that once you guys get this thing, it holds a lot more than the size. You guys sit there and you're pouring it into your mugs. Gabriel's going at it. Wildfire's going at it, and Echo's going at it. And the keg never seems to really end. But yeah. And at this point,
Johnny,
like,
it looks
it's...
like it's your lucky night.
And Johnny's sitting there, like, with his one mug. He's like, I never really drank before. And he just...
Enjoy it.
He literally just, like, sits there, looks at it, and just bottoms up and just chugs the whole thing.
Oh, man.
Just downs it in, like, 2 gulps. He's like, alright. This is supposed to make you feel better.
No.
Temporarily, maybe. And I look over at Titan and kind of whisper to him, like, he's gonna have a rough morning.
Forgetting I have this stupid tube coming off of my face. God damn it.
You're, like, looking around the table and stuff like that. You're, like, almost hitting people. Like, everyone's having to, like, duck and... you'll actually, like, almost hit Gabriel in the head as you're, like, swinging it around.
I love it.
And-
I was gonna say, Titan just gets up because he doesn't drink. Walks outside of the bar, and pretty much where the door is goes to like the right or the left of the door, and then just goes into sleep mode.
Okay.
Which will actually is called, what is it, it's like Sentry mode or something like that.
Yeah.
Sentry's rest.
And
So.
Johnny, like, kind of looks up and watches him go, oh, where is he going?
Well, I'd assume to take guard. But I don't know. He kind of does his own thing at night.
He's not soldier. I soldier.
Well,
I need to be on guard. And he like stands up, takes 2 steps, and just face plants.
as he's like going to stand up, Ophelia's gonna try to just like grab him back into the chair.
Make a reflex check. Whatever plus dex. D20 plus dex.
Oh, okay. Da, 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 da. 21.
You catch him and you're able to throw him right back in the chair, and his head kind of like dubs in, and he just immediately starts snoring.
Barkeep, you might want to keep an eye on this one for the night.
Oh, I've never seen him in here before. I was kind of worried about him.
Apparently, it's his first night drinking.
Well, that explains why I haven't seen him. He is a soldier, it looks like, by his uniform.
Tenwin,
Yes.
anything you would like to do for the night
Uh,
before we go off to our own rooms?
I kind of look down at my puppy, and he looks pretty tired. I forgot I had a puppy this entire session.
That's right, you
I
did.
didn't know you had one either.
I also forgot you had one.
I'll just say, I think we're gonna go for a small walk and go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna head to our room.
Well, I will accompany you for the walk, and then go back to the room myself.
Okay.
So if there's anything you would like to talk about on the walk, I'll leave
Okay.
that to you.
I love like Ophelia in general.
I know.
It's so good.
So I would say as you guys get up and go for your walk, the rest of the crowd kind of goes up and tucks in for the night. The rest of them are all about to go clock out in their rooms. As you guys go to leave, Ophelia, Tanwen, and the dog, you guys walk past Titan just standing out front with his giant horn sticking out of his face and just sitting there still, but he's not moving an inch.
If he's got like any blood on him as we're walking out to take the walk, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on him and try to clean him up a little bit.
With the body not actually having like any blood in it, there was no blood from carrying the body there.
More so from the zombies when he smashed them.
Yeah, I would say he'd have like some flesh on him, so yeah, that would definitely mask that.
Yeah, I'll just like Prestidigitation clean him as we walk out,
Okay.
so he doesn't look as gruesome.
So as we're walking, I'll turn to Ophelia and I'll say, "So what do you think is next? Is this it for our group?"
Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting this to begin with. Between us, we seem to have worked well together. A few of us ended up being knocked out for more of the fight than I would have liked. But I don't know much about them. The rest of us seem to work well together. Maybe there's a future for all of us.
I'll say, with that festival's coming up, I feel like something might happen. We should probably stick around for the next few nights.
I'm okay with this. I was gonna lend a hand to. They don't have as much alcohol as they would want, so I was gonna be maybe some entertainment for them.
I'll just kind of turn and look into the woods and see if I can see anything. Should I roll like a perception, or?
Yep. You guys, I'm assuming you guys like walking around the edge of this edge of the town.
Yeah, so I'll like take a
Yep.
gander out in the woods.
Yep. Roll perception.
D20 plus.
I'll assist if I can.
Yep.
I don't think I need to.
Roll again, just in case you roll a nat 20.
We'll keep the first one.
Yeah.
So as you guys are out and about, you guys are kind of like walking around. It's a pretty calm night. The breeze has died down. No clouds in the sky. And off in the far distance, you guys can see what appears to be a dragon flying by in the distance, going away from town, just doing its nightly fly. The crickets are chirping. There's a deer in the field ahead of you guys. It's pretty calm, pretty nice night. Nothing's out of order. The wood seems very calm. There's some birds that chirp within the night. The more nightly awake birds. You guys can hear an owl. The grass is starting to get wet from the dew in the night. It's getting about probably you're rolling around about like 2:30 in the morning at this point. A calm night, nothing wrong, nothing seems out of place. Guards are at their posts outside the town walls. As in walls, I mean like there's like half logs around the town.
As we're walking back towards the tavern, I'm gonna look at Tenman and just be like, future reference. If I play any pranks on you, please don't take it personally. I'm just trying to have some fun.
Noted. But I've already judged you.
Okay. I thought about casting sleep on everyone in the room at one point.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
It would have only worked for a certain amount of people, but
Wouldn't have worked on me. I can't be put to sleep.
that is true.
Very certain spells work on you. Alright.
What is it? Sleep is 5d8 worth of health.
Wow. Shit.
So it starts on one person. You roll your 5d8, and if it's above their health, they fall asleep. Their current health. And then it goes to the next. And if it's above their health, they fall asleep. And so on and so forth until there's
shit.
no more points left.
That's funny.
Thank God. Yeah, it says magic can't put me to sleep because I have constructed resilience. So I would have just sat there looking at you.
He's like, yeah.
What's
Okay.
up?
I don't care.
So that would have been a max of 24 health if I had done it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Which would have put Ophelia to sleep 3 separate times.
And what are you guys doing about your walk at this point?
We're just taking the walk, I'm assuming, and then having our conversation before heading back into the tavern for the night.
Okay.
Unless there's anything else Tenwin would want to talk about.
I think I'm good.
Alright, so as you guys walk around, you guys see the nightly sky, you guys see the dragon in the far distance flying away. You guys make your way back to the tavern. Once again, Titan is just standing out there with this weird mask on him. This giant metal horn sticking out.
As we're walking in, I just look at Tenwin and be like, should we take the mask from him?
I think he'd be really upset when he woke up if it wasn't there.
You're probably right.
Oh god. So as you guys make your way in the tavern, barkeep is officially putting up stock at that point. He's put the kegs away, he's cleaned up your table. He's kind of pushing the one guy left into a room right at the bottom there, right behind the stairs. And you guys can kind of go up and go into your assigned rooms.
I'll look at, what was his name, Johnny?
Yeah.
Was it? I'll look at the bartender and be like, put him in my room. Make him feel like he had a good night.
Are you sure about that?
I won't do anything to him. I promise.
And he kind of like looks at you a little bit and goes, "Okay." And then he goes back in the room, like huffs him over his shoulder and carries him up.
He doesn't have a significant other, does he?
I don't know. I don't know this lad very well.
All right. Well,
If so, I mean,
we'll make him wonder in the morning.
he goes in and just flops him on the bed. It's like, there you go. And walks out. Kind of like
Ophelia
does
will
the
give him
thing.
a couple. Ophelia will give him 2 gold for his troubles.
Oh, thank you, Los. And kind of puts him in his pocket and keeps walking downstairs. And then you can kind of, he's not very far from you. You can kind of hear him just like, oh, generous folk they are.
You'll be dealing with us for a little bit. Not sure how long exactly, as I shout down the hall as he's walking away.
He's just like, I don't know if I wanted to hear that or not, but okay. Odd folk. And kind of just goes about.
He got
Walks
a little
downstairs.
bit of extra money, but he might have to deal with us for a little bit longer than he expected.
You guys are definitely probably the most unique like group in this town. Especially Ophelia and the Warforged alone are just breeds that people never see and species that people never see. So like, especially Ophelia, where she sticks out like a giant pink half goat lady who's like you don't see that anywhere, and you definitely don't see a Warforged, especially in these parts. Like most of the Warforged have mostly died after the war that they were created for. But yeah,
We live to be like 30, and that's like rare.
yeah, that's because you guys are literally bred and then pushed out in the front lines, and the ones that do survive get pushed up in the ranks, and then at one point they literally just retire because you've done your part in war.
Ophelia will, if there's a chair, like kind of a chair in the room, she'll sleep over on that
Okay.
rather than in the bed with the knocked out drunken Johnny. But kind of just putting in his head maybe something had happened that night.
Okay. So you guys all go in for your slumber. Ophelia seems like she's playing a prank on this poor soldier who's had way too much to drink that night. Warforged is clearly out front still on sentinel mode. Sleep with his giant horn on his face, which I cannot get past. Gabriel and Echo and Wildfire have all gone in their assigned rooms. Tanwen finds her assigned room as well. Goes in with her dog. You guys all turn in for the night. Is there anything you guys want to do before you go to sleep in the last second?
I'm gonna
I think
mess
I'm
it.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
This is more or less between you and I.
Yeah, I think I'm good for the night.
Okay. Let's see what Santa says first. Does it cause an immediate ruckus or not?
Burn the city down while they sleep.
Just goes around with torches and just starts throwing them into houses.
There.
That'd be interesting for the guys to come back to.
I am their king now.
Okay. Yep. That's fine with me.
Cool. That's kind of how I want to start doing it every time we do, like a long rest of sorts.
Okay.
Am I good to do a long rest in D&D Beyond?
Yeah, you guys are all good to do long rests. Your health will be fully redone. Your spells will be fully redone. I think that's really the only thing. 2 things are really impacting for you guys. For now.
Unless there's any leveling that has to be done after the session.
Not today.
I don't
no.
know. Okay. I'm not sure how you're doing experience, whether it's for kill or if it's milestone.
Milestone.
Okay.
And most likely, to give you a heads up and start thinking for next time, most likely level 2 will be after next session. Just to give you a heads up of what to think about for after next session. Next session will probably be a little bit shorter just so we can get leveling in rather than starting super late. Because I know people aren't going to do it before the session starts.
I'll be fine doing it before. I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll help out with leveling anybody else who doesn't really know though.
Okay. And I'm going to go over with Tanwen. We're going to make a physical copy as well.
Yeah, if anybody, I know really the only one in the chat right now that can hear me. If anybody needs help with anything, let me know, and I can help you out as well.
Did you say to do the leveling, like we're gonna level after the next session or before the session?
Probably after
After.
the next session.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I already know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm so pumped for it.
Because it'll be level 2, which I don't think anything really major happens level 2 for most classes. I'm not 100%
For me,
sure.
Most
it
classes,
Yeah.
level 2, no. Level 3 is where things start to...
Yeah, so
Level 3 is the big milestone.
level 3 I can pick my trait, but level 2 I can multi-class.
I don't understand any
God.
of this. Oh my goodness.
If you have any questions,
Yeah.
you can message me at any point.
So many questions.
Message me whenever.
You're
I
just
will
gonna get a
help
whole
you
book.
as much as I can. I've been playing for a few years at this point, so, and I've listened to D&D podcasts constantly.
I do now.
Critical Role is fantastic.
Critical Role, not another D&D podcast is pretty funny, but also good.
I've been
Adventure
listening to
Zone.
Dungeons and Daddies a lot lately.
I haven't gotten into Dungeons and
It's
Daddies.
so funny. Oh my god. It's so good. Anything with Freddie Wong and it just cracks me up.
Oh wait, Freddie Wong is a part of that?
Yeah, he's like, he's not the host, but he pretty much kind of runs the podcast for the most part.
When I was in high school, Freddie Wong was my shit.
But yeah, if anybody has questions, feel free to ask me. I'll help the best I can. If I have any other questions, I'll ask the DM.
Yeah. If you have any like super odd questions or ideas you want to run by that aren't necessarily in your class, let me know too. I'm always up for some good shenanigans and out of the ordinary stuff. Within reason, I want you guys to play the characters as much as to what you're liking as possible. Unless it's like
Yeah.
groundbreaking. Like you just automatically switching races or something like that. That's a little. You have to kill your character off for that.
I think I have a general idea of where I want to go. It's not until later that I would have to talk to you about anything.
I already have. I have some plans that might interest you as well, which will come later on.
Okay.
To say my idea, and I wanted to do this before I even created the Warforged, is creating a monk that multi-classes with a barbarian only for 2 reasons. 1, for rage, and 2, you have the ability to use like one of your modifiers to increase your your AC without armor on. Those are the 2 reasons.
There's
It's
a
like-
feat. There's a feat that does something with armor class without armor on too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's
But,
like +1 or 2.
Yeah, rage really doesn't even help me much, only in one other way. Like, it gives me better, I guess, checks on certain rolls, but I get
Depending
plus
on
damage.
which barbarian you go, rage can help you quite a bit because it resists
Well, it's going to be,
almost every.
it's
sort of damage.
just going to stay at first level rage, so it's all the basic stuff.
Yeah, but there's one specific barbarian that reduces damage by half on almost every stat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. I don't think I'll make it that far into the barbarian subclass, but it'll pretty much just be I'll get an extra +2 damage when I rage. So
I think I'm just going to go straight Bard. So
Bard, I feel like most bards usually go straight Bard. Like, I feel like not many of them cross-class. Or
I almost
multi-class.
always multi-class. This character, I feel like I'm just going to go straight through.
never multi-class, so this will be my first one. But I only lucked out because if I want to be a barbarian multi-class, I have to have a minimum of a 13 in strength. So lucked out there.
Well, luckily that's not me because I have a 6 strength.
I gotta
Wow.
say, I am really happy with my skill rolls and everything because
I have some really good skill rolls.
I have 5 proficiencies currently at level 1.
Yeah. And
Well-
there's a feat that gives you like 3 more, so you can literally have 8 proficiencies.
Stupid.
As a bard, I'm going to be proficient in like everything eventually, but like my stats, I have a 6 in strength, but I have a 19 in charisma.
That's crazy.
That makes
So,
sense
like-
for the bard.
I rolled really well on one, but really poor on another.
I think you literally got like the lowest of the low. Or pretty darn close because you must have had 2.
Pretty close.
Yeah, because I think you had 2 1s, a 2, and a 3 for your
Yeah.
roll.
It's not the worst roll I've ever had. I have a in my next campaign in my like real life, like we meet together every week. We're about to finish our first campaign, and when we start our next one, I already made my character for it, and it's a Minotaur rogue. But his dexterity is actually really low, but he has an item that he has to be attuned to, which switches his intelligence for his dexterity.
Oh, okay.
But if he's not attuned to it, he's very smart, but not dexterous. So it's really kind of weird for him to be attuned or not attuned for his class. But I rolled I rolled 4d6, and I literally rolled 1, 1, 1, 2.
Oof.
So it's a 4,
Oof.
because you take the lowest one out. And my DM was like, just re-roll it. I'm fine with it. And I'm like, no. That's what I rolled. I'm keeping the 4 as one of my stats. And I put it as his dexterity as a rogue. Just because I had the idea to have the item. So it's like, if he's attuned to the item, he's very dexterous and like he's actually a rogue. But if he's not attuned to it, he's very smart and he can like make plans for the group and whatnot. So it's gonna be really fun to play it out in the long run.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be also really fun when I'm in battle trying to hide as a giant minotaur. And I'm trying to hide behind like a tiny rock thinking I can do it because he's stupid.
Oh God. I wish I could see that. That's hilarious.
I have a lot of fun ideas. I play D&D not for like making overpowered characters and whatnot. I play it for the fun.
That's like I don't care about like the realism. Like I'm not a person's like no, that's not the rules.
It's supposed
You
to be
can't do it.
fantasy.
Yeah. It's a game literally to
And-
do what you want.
Yeah. And I really hold that true because my normal character, she's a level 5 druid, a level 5 ranger, and a level 4 cleric. And she's pretty basic in every stat. Like her
Yeah.
dexterity is her highest stat, but it's not even a 20. She's not great in combat, but she passes. She can heal. She can do damage. Not a lot of damage, but she can do a little bit of everything. But it's the role play that I enjoy of her character.
Right. I'm excited
So-
to. I'm gonna pitch something to Ophelia at some point. Hint, hint. It's gonna be pretty interesting, and
I'm excited.
it goes very well with the character. and hopefully whatever happens of it, either way, it's gonna be freaking hilarious. And
I'm very excited to hear what this has.
yeah, I don't know when it's gonna happen. Whenever it feels right and feels good for the moment.
I'm okay with this.
But yeah. And then Titan has big things coming up.
Titan, I am so happy with how this character is going, and it's still level
I
1.
enjoy Titan.
I love all these characters.
Oh my god. I need more swag to put on this thing. I'm not going to put armor on. It's going to be different clothes.
It's just gonna be all like weird ass articles. Like this like weird torture mask. You're gonna have this like really like fancy like gold shirt.
Well, that's why I wanted his silk. I'm like robe.
I think I know what I'm gonna give you next. That might fit with that. I have an idea.
Really, I need to. The next time we play, I need to remember that Quantum has that cultist robe. I'm gonna have to put that on and just look like the, like a, what is it? Like a budget, plague doctor.
This robe with a stupid mask.
Be perfect.
And then the item I will most likely give you next next session.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
Well, that kind of makes me think of that Broken Bonds campaign we've been watching, Jason, where
Oh god.
Saikuno's character has that like fashion madness.
Oh yeah. So he rolled on a madness chart to be obsessed with fashion, and they're in like a mushroomy like fungus place. So he like rips off the cap of a mushroom and puts it on his head. I love that. That group is hilarious. I like Arcadum's like ideas. The only thing I don't like about Arcadum stuff is they're very railroaded. Like he literally sets you on a track and you just pretty much play out your character, which is good for the newer characters. But there's some experienced like campaigns that he still does it with. And I'm like, personally, I wouldn't like to play on him because I like to just. Like, I'm just literally letting you guys do whatever. Like, I'm not going to set you in a direction.
Yeah.
So if you guys get to a point where there's no direction, you got to find a direction. Like, I'll give you options, but I'm not going to be like, you guys have to do this section to continue. And I'll also put you up in a battle where you guys should not fight. You guys should probably
And
run.
it's up to us to realize, oh fuck, we need to get out of here.
Yeah. And it might be a cost, it might not be. You guys might be able to just like be like, oh shit, we shouldn't do this, we should run. Or you guys might try to go fight it, and all of a sudden someone's gonna take a lot of damage and be like, oh crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
just
to.
learned that I have light armor this entire time, and I didn't have it equipped, so I didn't have it as part of my AC.
Oh. Luckily I rolled
I
like
was
shit
thinking
today.
a lot of people had lower AC than they should have had.
Yeah.
Because mine is a 14, and I should be the squishiest of the group.
Yes. The only other person might be the monk just because they don't wear armor, but Warforged I thought gave you a plus on your AC.
So, Warforged.
Warforged and Monk both, I believe, give you a plus in AC.
So how this works is, let me go to my class features. So I get +1 bonus to armor class, and then I can wear armor as well if I wanted to. But part of how this works is I have unarmored defense, which means while I'm not wearing armor, not using a shield, my AC is equal to 10, plus Dex, plus Wisdom, plus 1, which comes out to 13 currently because of how I rolled my stats. So.
Yeah, I was wondering, your dexterity seems to be low for a monk.
It's 12. I mean, my highest roll was a 14, and I put that in Constitution for the health. That's
my
why.
highest roll was a 17, but I also put it in Constitution, which my class had a +2 in.
Like, the only good thing is, I mean, my stats are 13, 12, 14, 11, 12, 12. But
You rolled very neutral.
average, yeah. So. It is what it is. I'll make it work.
I had one high, neutral, one very low. A 6 is extremely low,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm okay dealing with that.
Am I able to level up on D&D Beyond and see what it does from here?
Yes.
Oh yeah, manage
You
levels.
can, but make sure you save your statistics as they are, because if you level up, it might change them.
Right.
I think you can D-level
you're-
though. But
You
if
can
you,
D-level, but
it might
it's-
again screw with
it
it.
might change like your HP and stuff. So make sure you have all that saved.
Yeah, just like
separately.
screenshot your actions, your feature and traits.
Doesn't look like I can.
Or copy the character, and then level it from the copy.
Yeah, because if you go to the builder on the top right,
Oh,
can
add
choose what
another
level.
class. There we go. Oh no! All right. Well, I guess we're not. Feels bad. I guess we're not multi-classing
Why?
anytime soon. I thought it was strength. I needed 13, but I need Dex to be 13 and Wisdom to be 13, and I'm off by 1 point on each.
There's
For
a feat.
barbarian?
There's a feat that does I think plus
I know.
1 Dex, plus 1 Strength, and I want to say it's either plus 1 or 2 Intelligence. I can't remember what it is. There's one that like boosts. I know Strength and Dex get plus 1, and it's either Intelligence or Wisdom that gets plus 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if all of these classes are correct because they all say I have to be Dex 13, Wisdom 13 to multi-class on anything. I wonder if that's just something with like. I don't
feel
know.
like that's not right because
It doesn't seem right because I know it's supposed to be with strength for a barbarian.
Yeah. I think
I don't know.
because D&D Beyond is a giant group of people that literally do it. Although, if you know what to search, every book is for free on D&D Beyond. You just have to know what to search, which is fantastic. Same with Roll20. Roll20, pretty much everything's for free. You just have to search it and know what to search.
Yeah. So in order to, yeah, it says. Oh no. Oh.
So to be a barbarian, the only thing I need is a strength of 13.
I think it goes off of my original class. It does. So because I'm a monk, if I want a multi-class, my Dex and Wisdom need to be 13. If I was a barbarian and I wanted a multi-class, my Strength has to be at a minimum of 13 before I can.
That
Oh,
seems really
okay.
weird.
That's
Cleric
weird, yeah.
Wisdom, Druid Wisdom, and so on. So
So
that's
like, for me, I can't multi-class into barbarian, cleric, druid, monk, paladin, or ranger because I need higher strength or wisdom. But everything else I can multi-class to.
So I would be able to, because I have a 13 strength, I could multi-class as a barbarian, but I don't even meet the minimum requirements as a monk yet. So that's why I can't do it.
But you're already a monk, so you should be able to just multi-class to a barbarian.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
because you need to apparently have that prerequisite for your class, and because I didn't start at that because we rolled our stats, they're lower than they're supposed to be, I guess.
Just get a feat that
Yeah.
increases the
It's
stat.
yeah.
Well, if you click on home, you could also do multi-class requirements and click that off.
we do this.
That's up to the DM.
Where is
So
it?
that's what this website says for the prerequisites.
View campaign.
If you're
Edit
on your
campaign.
edit character, Santa, and you go to home, which is before race,
Yeah.
you can scroll down to use prerequisites. You can turn multi-class requirements off. I'll leave that up to the DM if he wants to allow that.
Where the fuck is
I'm
home?
I'm fine with it. I mean, if I really want to, I'll do it after a couple of levels anyway. But
Home.
it's not like it's gonna hurt me. I mean, the sooner I get to level 3 anyway, the sooner I can go in on Armed Strike or whatever it is and just be a ridiculous punching machine.
There. Okay,
But-
you should be all set to do it now. I'm okay with it. Like the only time that I could see something like that like happening is if you were like a warlock. No, not really a warlock because warlock has the eldritch and stuff. If you were like a wizard and you're like, I want to multi-class to a barbarian, no, that makes literally no sense. That makes zero sense. Whatever. Now, if you're a wizard and you're like, okay, I kind of want to. Wizard's kind of hard. If you do like sorcerer and cleric, like something spell based, you can either do like wizard and fighter, because I mean Gandalf, he's a swordsman wizard. So like if you can give me a reason for it, I'm gonna pretty much allow it.
Makes
I
sense.
have made a sorcerer barbarian in the past.
See, I would like to see that with like produce flame on your fist and just start beating the shit out of stuff. That'd be great.
I made mine a sorcerer barbarian. It's a unearthed arcana sorcerer, the giant soul, and I did storm giant, and he's a barbarian of the storm herald. So I based all of his abilities into like water, lightning, stuff like that.
Yeah. See, that would make sense. Now, if you just wanted to go like just straight like punching stuff with like no elements or like no background for it, you get into the realm of like, does that really make sense for the rules of the game? That might
So
be
he's the
groundbreaking.
He's a level 15 character. He is a captain of a ship who works for, pretty much he works for the government. And his entire thing is he takes prisoners that they think might be eligible to go back into the real world and takes them on a mission. And if he deems them successful, they can be freed, but if he deems them unsuccessful, they go back to prison.
Interesting.
So like that's his entire job.
That's cool.
He's a captain. He deals with a lot of weather, basically. So that's where he's based around.
I like that. I like that idea. Nothing in D&D text.
It was really fun to play that character like in a fight too, because he could like go in and out of raging based on what he wanted to do.
But yeah. But yeah, if you guys ever have any ideas of like what you want to do with that stuff, just let me know. We may not have to like waste on multi-classing too. We can if you like absolutely don't want an ability and makes no sense for your character, we can talk about even switching them too. Because I did that with the last group. We pretty much did the phased hunter, the one that like literally teleports, and then we switched a few abilities out.
Yep. It's either Gloomstalker or Horizon Walker.
Horizon Walker, that one. Phase Walker is one of the abilities.
Yep.
And then phase shift and phase something else. But yeah. But yep, we'll pick it up next week,
I'll post
hopefully.
in the chat,
Okay.
and I'll basically say if anybody has any questions, they can message me anytime.
Okay.
Alrighty, well then I guess good session, and we'll do it again next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright guys, thank you guys for joining. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to see when next episodes do go up. This will be going right up, and then we will be live for D&D next week. We will be also live tomorrow at 1:30, or no, not 1:30 because I have an appointment. We'll be probably about 3 o'clock until about 10, and we'll be playing on Tarkov. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Goodbye. Deuces.